Hello, my dear one. I know that if you are listening right now, perhaps life feels heavy. Maybe you're walking through something that seems endless, a loss, a disappointment, a season of uncertainty. And I want you to know, before anything else, that I understand. I've been there too. I've walked through nights that felt too long, mornings that felt too empty, and moments when I wondered if I'd ever smile again. But I'm here to remind you, hard times do not come to destroy you. They come to show you what is unbreakable within you. They come to reveal your strength, your faith, your capacity to rise. Life is not punishing you. Life is polishing you. Every rough edge, every difficult day, every tear, it's all part of your refinement. You are being shaped into clarity. You are being guided home to your true power. You see, my dear, we often think of pain as the enemy, as something to avoid, suppress, or escape. But I have learned that pain, when looked at through the eyes of love, becomes a pathway, a sacred teacher disguised as discomfort. Pain is not a punishment. Pain is a passage. And if you walk through it with awareness, you will come out not broken, but reborn. I often say to people, you are far stronger than you realize. And every hardship is life's gentle way of helping you see that for yourself. So today, let's walk together through what I call the spiritual practice of moving through hard times, not by force, but by faith. Let's begin with this image. No flower grows without mud. Isn't that a beautiful truth? The lotus, one of the most sacred flowers, grows only in the thickest, dirtiest water. Yet out of that darkness it blooms into light. Life works the same way. Your pain is the mud. Your heart is the seed. Your self-love is the sunlight. When you combine all three, the mud, the seed, the sunlight, growth becomes inevitable. So instead of saying, "Why is this happening to me?" try saying, "What is this teaching me?" Because nothing is wasted. Not one tear, not one disappointment, not one delay. All of it is material for your miracle. When I look back at my own life, I can see that every painful chapter became the foundation for my healing work. The times I felt lost, I learned trust. The times I was alone, I learned self-love. The times I was afraid, I learned faith. Without those seasons of mud, I would never have bloomed into who I am today. So I tell you, with all the love in my heart, the mess is your material for miracles. Every frustration, every failure, every fall, they are not barriers. They are bridges. They are not the end of the story. They are the beginning of your becoming. When you feel yourself sinking in the mud of life, in confusion, in sorrow, in loss, remember that seeds grow in the dark. The deeper you are planted, the stronger you will rise. So instead of resisting the mud, bless it. Say to yourself, "This too is fertilizer for my growth," because it is. Life is not against you. Life is growing you. Now, my dear, let's talk about something that often surprises people. Happiness is not a reaction. Happiness is a discipline. Many of us wait for circumstances to change before we allow ourselves to be happy. We think, "I'll be happy when I find love, when I get the job, when I have enough money." But life doesn't work that way. Happiness isn't something that happens to you. It's something you choose. It's an inner practice, not an outer condition. Happiness is mental hygiene. Just as you brush your teeth every morning to keep them clean, you must cleanse your thoughts to keep your mind healthy. Every day, you choose. Will I feed fear or will I feed faith? Will I dwell on what's wrong or will I focus on what's possible? Happiness isn't pretending, that everything is perfect. It's deciding that even in imperfection, there is still beauty. So each morning, I invite you to practice smiling, not to fake happiness, but to awaken it. Stand in front of the mirror, even if your eyes are swollen with tears, and smile for 60 seconds. Say to yourself, "This smile is my strength." Feel the muscles soften. Feel your body respond. Your smile tells your nervous system, "We are safe now." And when the body feels safe, the heart begins to open. Peace is not the absence of problems. It's the presence of calm within them. Let's make this affirmation together. Today, I choose peace over pressure, joy over judgment. Because every time you choose peace, you strengthen your spiritual muscles. Every time you choose joy, you create new pathways in the brain that make happiness your natural state. It's not about ignoring pain. It's about refusing to let pain be the only voice you listen to. And now, we come to what I call the alchemy of suffering. Alchemy is the ancient art of transformation, turning lead into gold. And life, my dear, is the greatest alchemist of all. It takes your sorrow and turns it into compassion. It takes your heartbreak and turns it into wisdom. It takes your fear and turns it into faith. But for that transformation to happen, you must allow it. You must stop resisting and start listening. I often tell people, suffering without awareness repeats. Suffering with awareness releases. When you fight your pain, you prolong it. When you listen to your pain, you free it. Pain is a messenger, not a monster. It doesn't come to punish you. It comes to get your attention. It comes to say, something within you is asking for love. That's all pain ever is. A part of you asking to be seen, heard, and healed. So when you feel overwhelmed, place your hand over your heart and whisper softly, "I'm listening." Those two words can change everything. You don't need to fix anything in that moment. You don't need to have the answers. Just listen. The moment you say, "I'm listening," you dissolve resistance. You create space for healing to enter. You let love do what it knows how to do best, restore balance. Think of it this way. Life is always working for you, even when it feels like it's falling apart. The universe doesn't make mistakes. Every closed door is a redirection. Every loss is a lesson. Every delay is divine timing. And every pain, every single one, is an invitation to go deeper into yourself. You are not being broken. You are being broken open. And I want you to remember this. There is nothing wrong with you for feeling pain. There is nothing weak about crying. Tears are healing. They are the body's way of releasing the old energy that no longer serves you. So, if you need to cry, cry. Let it move through you. Tears are not a sign that you've failed. They are proof that you are alive and healing. My darling, life will never ask you to be perfect. It will only ask you to be present. And when you are present, even in your pain, transformation begins. You start to see that there is light within the darkness, strength within the softness, wisdom within the waiting. That's the alchemy of suffering. It turns what once felt unbearable into your greatest power. So the next time life feels heavy, I want you to breathe and remember this truth. Every challenge is a teacher guiding you to your higher self. You are not cursed. You are being carved into clarity. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. Every experience, even the hard ones, is shaping you into the person you were always meant to become. Say this with me now. I allow life to transform my pain into purpose. Because you can. Because you already are. Because life loves you too much to leave you where you are. And as we close this moment together, I want you to hold this image in your heart. A seed, buried deep in the soil, surrounded by darkness, yet full of promise. That seed doesn't fight the dirt, it uses it. It doesn't curse the rain, it drinks it. It doesn't rush the process, it trusts it. And one day, quietly, naturally, completely, it breaks through the ground and greets the sun. That, my dear, is you. You are not stuck. You are growing. You are not failing. You are unfolding. You are not breaking down. You are breaking open. And soon you will see that what once felt like the end was only the beginning of your blooming. So breathe, smile, trust. The mud is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of your miracle. And in our next moment together, we'll go even deeper into how to nurture that new growth, how to stay faithful, gentle, and open, even as you rise, because you will rise. You always do. Life loves you, and all is well. Have you ever noticed, my dear, how healing happens faster when we stop pretending we're fine? When we drop the mask and let someone truly see us? So often when life hurts, our first instinct is to isolate, to pull away, to hide, to retreat into silence. But isolation slows the healing process, because the human heart was never designed to heal alone. We heal through love, not through loneliness. You see, when you reach out, even with something as small as a kind text, a soft word, a gentle smile, something inside you begins to relax. The nervous system calms, the breath deepens, the body remembers, I'm not alone. Connection is medicine. It's nature's antidote to despair. Science even shows us what spirit has always known. Oxytocin, the love hormone, is released through kindness, touch, and genuine connection. Every time you hug someone, share a laugh, or simply say, I appreciate you, your brain sends a signal of safety. And safety, my dear, is the foundation of healing. Logic can't calm pain the way love can. Connection regulates emotion faster than reason ever will, because love speaks the body's native language. So today, I invite you to do something simple yet sacred. Call one person, not to vent, not to list your worries, but to say, thank you, I was just thinking of you. Because when you share appreciation, you strengthen the invisible threads that hold us all together. You remind yourself that love still exists, even in the smallest exchanges. I attract people who support my healing, and I support theirs. That's not just an affirmation. It's a declaration of openness. When you say it, you are giving the universe permission to bring into your life those who lift you higher, who remind you of your worth, who reflect back the light you sometimes forget you carry. Healing accelerates when we drop the mask and allow another heart to see ours. And yet, my dear, even as connection heals, so does stillness. Stillness is where your soul regains its strength. So many people fear silence because they associate it with emptiness, but silence is not absence, it is alignment. In silence, we stop fighting life and start feeling life. It's in the quiet moments that clarity emerges, that your inner voice, that gentle, loving guide, can finally be heard. I want you to try something with me now. A simple breathing practice. Inhale for 4 counts. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. Do this slowly, softly, 5 times. Don't rush. Don't strive. Just breathe. With every inhale, imagine peace entering your body. With every exhale, imagine tension leaving. The breath, my dear, is God's rhythm within you. When you breathe consciously, you come back to divine timing. That perfect flow that reminds you all is well. You don't need to have every answer. You don't need to know how everything will work out. You only need to return to your breath, again and again until your heart remembers. You are safe, you are supported, you are loved. So whenever the noise of the world feels too loud, close your eyes, place your hand over your heart, and repeat, "My breath brings me home to peace, because it always will." Now let's talk about one of my favorite truths. If you're stuck emotionally, move physically. I've said it for years, and it remains one of the simplest, most powerful tools for transformation. The body and mind are not separate. They are partners, dancers, reflections of one another. When you feel stuck in your thoughts, it's often because your body is holding the story. The shoulders remember burdens, the hips remember fear, the chest remembers grief. But the beautiful thing is this: the body is also the doorway to release. When you walk, stretch, or dance, you send a message to the subconscious. It's safe to let go now. Motion clears emotion. Every step, every movement, every breath is a gentle conversation between you and your healing. You don't have to move perfectly. You just have to move lovingly. Healing doesn't happen by punishing your body into submission. It happens by loving it into freedom. So tomorrow morning, before the day rushes in, I want you to stand up, stretch your arms, roll your shoulders, sway gently. Move however your body wants to move. Don't do it for fitness, do it for freedom. Let the movement feel like gratitude in motion. Whisper to yourself as you do, "I move through life with ease, grace, and flow." Feel those words sink into your muscles. Feel the tension melt. Feel the energy begin to circulate again, because your body listens to every word you say, and it also listens to every movement you make. When you move with love, your body starts to trust you again. And when the body trusts the mind, healing unfolds naturally. You begin to notice that what once felt impossible starts to feel doable. What once felt tight begins to open. What once felt heavy begins to lift. So, my dear one, remember this: connection heals faster than isolation. Stillness restores faster than struggle. Movement releases faster than resistance. These three, love, silence, and motion, form the sacred trinity of healing. Together, they bring the mind, body, and spirit into harmony. If you feel broken, reach out, because love heals. If you feel restless, breathe, because stillness restores. If you feel stuck, move, because motion frees. You don't need to do all of them at once. Just start with one. One call, one breath, one gentle stretch. Healing begins with the smallest act of willingness. You are not behind, my dear. You are right on time. You are not powerless. You are profoundly capable. And you are not alone, not for one moment. There are forces of love surrounding you, holding you, guiding you back to peace. So as we move into the next lesson together, keep this truth close to your heart. Healing is not about speed, it's about surrender. The more you soften, the faster you rise. The more you trust, the stronger you become. And the more you love, the freer you feel. Life loves you, and all is well. You know, my dear, one of the hardest yet most freeing lessons we will ever learn is how to let go, how to open our hands, soften our hearts, and trust life enough to release what no longer belongs. We hold on to so much, don't we? Old memories, old pain, old identities, old expectations. We think that by holding on, we're keeping ourselves safe. But the truth is, clinging keeps us small. Holding on is heavy. It fills our arms so full that there's no room left for the new to enter. Letting go isn't losing. It's clearing space for the new. I've said it for many years. And I will say it again now. I release all that no longer serves me with love and gratitude. That sentence is a prayer, a cleansing, a declaration of trust. You see, letting go is not an act of rejection. It's an act of respect. It honors what has been and makes room for what is coming. Life cannot fill a closed hand. You must open it. You must open it with faith. So tonight, before you sleep, I want you to try a gentle practice. Take a piece of paper and write one thing, just one, that you are ready to release. Maybe it's resentment towards someone. Maybe it's guilt from the past. Maybe it's a habit, a thought, a fear. Write it down, and at the end say, "Thank you for teaching me." Because even the painful things were teachers. Even the heartbreak carried wisdom. When you release with gratitude, you transmute the energy from pain into power. Control creates tension. Trust creates flow. We try so hard to manage every detail of our lives, to predict, to plan, to prevent disappointment. But control is the child of fear. It whispers, "If I can just hold tight enough, I'll be safe." Yet what truly keeps you safe is trust. Trust in life, trust in timing, trust in your own resilience. When you stop clinging, you start creating. Letting go is not weakness. It is courage in motion. It is the soul's way of saying, "I am ready for something greater." So if something is leaving your life, a friendship, a phase, a job, even an old dream, bless it as it goes. Whisper softly, "Thank you for your season," because life never takes without giving. Every release is followed by renewal. Every ending carries the seed of a beginning. So repeat after me, my dear. I let go easily, knowing life always supports me. Let those words wrap around you like a warm blanket. Let them remind you that you are not falling. You are being lifted. You are being prepared for peace, for purpose, for the next beautiful unfolding of your life. Now, as we breathe into this next lesson, I want to remind you of something so simple, yet so transformative. Your mind is a garden. What you plant there will grow. You cannot sow weeds and expect roses. You cannot fill your mind with criticism and expect peace. You cannot water fear and expect faith. Feed your mind with thoughts that make you feel good, not guilty. Every thought is a seed. Every emotion is water. Every repetition is sunlight. Whatever you nurture with attention becomes your reality. So I ask you gently, what are you feeding your mind with every morning? Are you feeding it worry? Are you feeding it doubt? Or are you feeding it gratitude, trust, and love? When you wake up, before the world rushes in, take 5 minutes, just 5, to educate your mind in love. Read something uplifting. Listen to a voice that soothes and inspires. Whisper affirmations that remind you of who you truly are. Those first moments of the morning are sacred soil. They determine what your day will grow into. Try this practice. The next time a negative phrase arises, perhaps I can't, or it's too hard, or nothing ever works for me. Pause, smile softly, and replace it with something new. Say, I'm learning. Say, I'm growing. Say, everything is unfolding perfectly for me, because it is. Every time you choose a loving thought, you're planting a seed of healing. When you feed your mind goodness, your life begins to reflect it naturally. You don't have to force it. You don't have to make it happen. Just as a garden naturally blooms when cared for, your life will naturally flourish when nourished with love. And if you forget, because we all do, start again. You don't need to judge yourself for falling back into old patterns. Simply notice, breathe, and choose again. That's the beauty of awareness. It gives you endless chances to begin anew. Say this with me now. I educate my mind in love and gratitude. Feel how peaceful that sounds. Because when your mind is educated in love, fear loses its influence. When your thoughts are rooted in gratitude, life mirrors that abundance back to you. You begin to attract people who inspire you, opportunities that align with you, and moments that remind you that life is indeed your friend. So, my dear, tonight, as you rest, remember, releasing is not about loss, it's about renewal. And feeding your mind is not about pressure, it's about presence. Each time you let go of what no longer serves you, you make room for what does. Each time you choose a loving thought, you water your soul's garden. Let us close this part together with a deep breath. Inhale peace, exhale the past. Inhale gratitude, exhale control. Inhale love, exhale fear. Whisper softly, I am letting go, I am learning, I am growing, I am safe. And as we move forward, carry this awareness gently. Life always supports you. Life always loves you. Life always responds to your thoughts. So choose thoughts that feel like sunlight, like nourishment, like home. And soon you'll see the flowers of peace, prosperity, and joy will begin to bloom effortlessly within you. Well, my dear one, isn't it something how life asks us to trust before it shows us the proof? How it invites us to believe even when we can't yet see? I know that can feel difficult. We want signs. We want evidence. We want certainty. But faith begins where sight ends. Faith is the bridge between what you desire and what you have not yet received. It's what holds you steady when the ground beneath you feels unsure. And I've learned over and over again that just because you can't see the miracle doesn't mean it isn't forming. In fact, most miracles happen long before they are visible to the human eye. Imagine a seed buried deep in the soil. It looks like nothing is happening. From the surface, there's no sign of growth, but under the darkness, life is moving. Roots are spreading, cells are dividing, and the unseen is preparing for its grand appearance. Your life works the same way. What you've been praying for, what you've been hoping for, what you've been patiently waiting for, it's already growing beneath the surface. The universe is never still. It's orchestrating, aligning, adjusting things in ways you can't yet perceive. That's why I often say, the darkest night always precedes the sunrise. You see, faith is not about pretending everything is perfect. Faith is about trusting that everything is purposeful. Faith doesn't remove the storm. It gives you the anchor to withstand it. And the moment you trust what you cannot see, you send a signal to life itself. I am ready. That signal opens the flow, because trust is magnetic. The more you trust, the more life begins to move in your favor. I want you to try something with me right now. Close your eyes for a moment. Bring to mind whatever it is that's been weighing on your heart, that worry, that delay, that uncertainty. Now imagine a soft golden light forming around it. See that light expanding, shimmering, growing brighter with each breath. Whisper softly to yourself, I trust this light to guide me. Because the light is already guiding you. It's the intelligence of life itself, working quietly, faithfully, endlessly on your behalf. And if doubt creeps in, because it will, don't scold yourself. Doubt is just faith that forgot its own strength. When it arises, take a breath and remind yourself, even when I can't see it, I trust that everything is unfolding perfectly for me. Say it gently, say it with kindness, because faith, like a muscle, grows stronger with use. You don't need to have unshakable faith. You only need to have willing faith. Willingness opens the door, and once that door is open, life rushes in to meet you. Now let's talk about what comes next, the return of inner peace. Because after the storm, after the struggle, after all the letting go, there comes a moment when your soul exhales. You stop fighting life and start flowing with it. That's peace. Peace is not the absence of problems. It's the presence of perspective. It's the gentle knowing that even if everything isn't perfect, everything is still okay. You begin to see your challenges not as punishments, but as teachers. You begin to understand that every delay, every detour, every disappointment had a role to play in your becoming. And suddenly, the same life that once felt chaotic begins to feel sacred. You realize there was never anything to fight against, only lessons to learn, love to practice, and faith to deepen. So tonight, when you lay your head on your pillow, I want you to whisper this to yourself. I did my best, and my best was enough. Because it was. You don't have to be perfect to deserve peace. You don't have to have all the answers to deserve rest. You just have to be willing to be gentle with yourself, to forgive the moments you didn't know better, to bless the times you fell short, to thank yourself for trying. Inner peace is the reward of self-compassion, not perfection. Take a deep breath now. Feel your chest rise. Feel your body soften. You've done enough for today. You've grown enough for today. You've healed enough for today. The rest, the unfolding, belongs to life, and life always knows what to do next. Now, my dear, as we close this sacred time together, I want to remind you of something powerful. You've survived every single thing you thought you couldn't, every heartbreak, every setback, every sleepless night. And look at you, still breathing, still open, still willing to learn and love. That is strength. That is resilience. That is grace in motion. Life never promised that it would be easy, but it did promise that it would be meaningful. Each challenge that came your way was not meant to crush you. It was meant to call you higher. Each storm was a sacred invitation to discover what's unbreakable inside you. And you have discovered it. You are discovering it still. So say these words with me now, not just from your mind, but from your heart. I am stronger than my circumstances. Feel that truth echo in your bones. You are not defined by what happens to you. You are defined by how you rise. Say it again. I turn obstacles into opportunities. What? Because every time you face a challenge with love instead of fear, you alchemize pain into purpose. And then whisper softly, I trust that every ending is preparing me for a greater beginning. Because it always is. There is no wasted experience in your life. Not one. Every ending has a hidden blessing. Every closed door redirects you towards something even more aligned with your soul's growth. And when you can bless the ending as tenderly as you bless the beginning, that's when you truly become free. So here is my blessing for you tonight. May you remember, even in hard times, you are never without love. You are never without hope. You are never without the power to begin again. You are guided. You are supported. You are loved beyond measure. The same light that moves the stars moves within you. The same intelligence that turns winter into spring is working in your life right now. Trust that rhythm. Trust that timing. Trust that love. And when you wake tomorrow, let that trust be your first thought. Smile softly and say, life loves me, and I love life. Because that truth alone will carry you through any storm. The wind may blow, the waves may rise, but you will not drown. You will dance, because you are life's beloved child, and every sunrise, every breath, every heartbeat is life's way of whispering back, all is well.